Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Stevie.
And welcome to the Unhinged Smut Book Club podcast.
I need to make us matching shirts that just say dumb, angry, and horny.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Zayden Ryerson? Aunt Diane! Knock it off!
I didn't realize how much Emperor's New Groove changed my brain chemistry.
Is that a
Septuagenarian. Septenarian, that sounds
Whatever.
like a salamander.
Both of his penises. And I'm like, what do you mean both of his penises?
We discuss the most unhinged smut that the publishing world has to offer.
It's a book club, but for sluts. Hi.
Hi!
Hello, hello, hello.
Wow, January.
January.
What a year.
Lemon, it's Wednesday.
Yeah. So, that was a month.
It's still not over at this time of recording.
It's still not over.
It's still, what did I say to you in your kitchen earlier? I said, yeah, when my friend was here last month, and then I went, wait a second. Mm-hmm. It's still January.
We're just here. We'll make it through. My books for this wrap up really reflect my feelings.
I think mine do too, but in a disassociative way.
Oh, I got a little bit of both, girl. A little bit of mad at the government, a little bit I can't think about how mad I am at the government.
Fair enough. I love that for you. Mm-hmm. I hate it for you, but I love that for you.
Yeah.
We've really been tight-lipped on the books we have been reading now that we have started this podcast, so that way we're not spoiling it when we get to the wrap-up. Mm-hmm. So I am really excited to hear about what you've read this month.
Yeah,
There's really nothing much else to talk about how the month has gone, because...
I know. You'll see how we feel when you hear what we've read.
Listen, they have the news.
Yeah.
They see what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many books have you read this month?
I read a total of 8 books this month.
Dang.
In total. Today is the 28th of January, and I did start yesterday Manacled.
I'm so excited for you.
And so I think I will technically finish Manacled by the 31st.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because Spotify has a podcast that is the recording of the books. Yes. They're not super duper high quality, but they are there. So all of the chapters are there. Also, you can watch it on YouTube too. You can stream it on YouTube.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's by Audiobook Warriors. They are a podcasting group that gets the rights to do audiobook fan fiction.
So cool.
Yeah, so I'm already on chapter 11 or 12.
Nice.
I'm 10 or 11% of the way done with it.
I was going to say, it is 10 million pages. It will have 3 days. Do you know you have 30 minutes?
30. So I did start Manacled, and I DNF'd one book. So I don't know if people count DNFs towards how many books did you read in the month, but I completed 8 books. I DNF'd one book, and I started Manacled, and I do think I will have it done before the 31st.
Wow, that's impressive.
How many books did you read this month?
I have 6, and I think I'll finish my 7th.
That's not bad. You have a baby. So.
Well, it's a lot of audiobooks that I'm listening to on 1.5 speed. So let's start with, because we're in the same real-life book club.
Real-life book club.
A bunch of people who don't want to read about fucking dragons. Okay.
Losers.
We read normal books there. Lame.
I think a lot of people would be into it. I just cannot... The people that make up this book club are people in our neighborhood and some coworkers, and I cannot.
We're in a very insular community,
bubbly,
so
fish tank kind of neighborhood, and
there's a lot of husbands' careers overlap with social lives, and so yeah.
I just cannot. I think a lot of people would read it, right? Mm-hmm. Because we floated the idea a couple times and some people were fine, but also the amount of pearl clutching and the amount of
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yes, when we're taking book club suggestions for the next month, I'm what's everybody's spice level? Where are we with on-page romance and intimacy and explicitness? And some people are like, I'm fine with it. And
but
other people are
quite
like,
a few
not
people
for
who
me.
are like, yeah, 0. It's like, okay,
All right.
noted. But the book we read this month was really cute.
It was. So we read the Rom-Commers by Catherine Center.
I gave it 5 stars.
I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, it was a cartoon cover romance, which I always say it's not my thing, but hear me out. Every time I'm in a situation where I'm led into reading a cartoon cover romance, I enjoy it. I just don't pick them up. So I'm not shitting on them. It's just not my jam, you know? And this one had no spice.
None.
There was some, like, fooling around, like a weird drunken
He was
awkward
taking
situation.
her dress off of her because she was drunk and fell into the pool.
Well,
and
she
it was
threw herself at him a little bit.
a little bit.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't even fool around.
No, they didn't. She... Okay, so our main character, Emma, is...
Yeah, let's...
She's wanted to be a screenwriter for her whole entire life, and through a series of very tragic accidents, loses her mom and becomes the full-time caretaker of her dad after she graduates from high school. And so she kind of gives up on her dreams of screenwriting, and she gets a call from her high school ex-boyfriend, who has become her agent just by de facto. And he's like, I have this job for you to ghost rewrite a romantic comedy by Charlie Yates, who is like the top screenwriter.
Yeah, it's like her,
in LA.
She's fangirling.
Yes, that's her hero. And it is a comedy of errors after that, I would say.
Yeah.
But she winds up living in his house for 6 weeks while they work on rewriting the script. And it's a will they, won't they. It's a, like, everybody can feel the chemistry in the air right now. It's like we made everybody at the TGA Fridays uncomfortable situation. Where
Absolutely.
it's like we all see what's happening. Can you please just kiss and move on? And Emma makes this big, beautiful dinner for like a celebration for Charlie. She dresses up in this gorgeous hot pink dress with Montserrat print flowers on it. Charlie has a high dive pool, and Emma drinks an entire bottle of champagne on an empty stomach, climbs up there.
He doesn't show up to dinner, so to piss him off.
Yes.
Because he's afraid of water. To piss him off, she jumps up there and she's like, what are you going to do, bitch?
Yep.
And then he does climb up there after her. And
She loses her balance.
yeah, and then she's like, wait, what the fuck am I doing?
Yep. And then falls into the pool.
Falls in the water.
He goes in after her, and then they're freezing cold. He takes her into his room, and he changes, and then she, like, cannot get out of this dress because it's sopping wet and she's freezing cold. And Charlie's like, let me help you out of this dress. And she's like, okay, close your eyes.
Yeah.
So then
It's just that is like the most physical interaction we get out of them is the point we're getting to. Short story long.
But he's like groping her with his eyes closed, and she's in the middle of it. She's like, why the fuck did I tell him to close his eyes? That is the most physical intimacy we get out of it. You can tell I was cackling through that whole scene.
It was such a cute book.
It was really cute.
She's very... It is like a slightly manic pixie dream girl kind of main character where...
You think?
Not totally, because she's not like all like free-willed, but she's like... Maybe not manic pixie dream girl, but like, I'm quirky and clumsy and like, I just say whatever's on my mind and I don't pick up on social cues. And like, there's an element of that at times was like, girl, you are 32. Like, or however old she was. No, she's 28, excuse me. But in general, it was a really cute book. And I actually ended up liking, there's a lot of themes around processing grief and guilt and balancing, prioritizing your own happiness with feeling a duty to your family. And it was like, for such a silly, goofy little rom-com book, those were very like palpable, like, and I cried. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we need to talk about.
You're not the
I
crier.
cried in a book. In fact, I texted Morgan and I was like, buckle up, Buttercup, because this made my stone cold heart crack a little. So hang in there.
So if you want some trigger warnings for it, there is parental death and illness, which is what Stevie had texted me about to let me know what was going on. Not to trauma dump on you, but I lost my mom pretty suddenly a couple years ago. And so she was like, hey, just so you know.
Yeah,
I'm upset right now.
I was glad I read it first so I could be like, hey, real quick, by the way, before you just go into this blind, maybe don't read it in public. And not in the normal don't read this in public for most of our books.
You're going to have little old ladies coming up to you being like, "Are you, honey, you all right, hon?"
Yeah, honestly.
So I also really enjoyed it. Emma was hands down my favorite. I didn't know, do I have a big crush on Emma? Do I want to be Emma's friend? Like, do I want to kiss her? Do I want to hang out with
The
her? Both.
bisexual experience.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I just like that Emma was like, she's just going to say what's on her mind. She's just going to tell it like it is.
She was kind of you in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like very bold.
Yeah, of just like, are we doing this or not? Oh, we're not doing this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No problem.
I always say, I send Morgan the same meme all the time because Morgan is very like, if someone is acting a fool in public, Morgan will be like, hey, what if we said, excuse me? Hey, what if you didn't look at your phone while you were walking through this crowd and like run into my child? What if? And I am so the opposite, where like someone will run into me and I will apologize. And so I always just send her the meme from The Simpsons of, not Bart, what's the dad? Homer just like sliding backwards into a bush. I was like, I would like to disappear, please.
Did I tell you about when I was in London with my dad?
I don't think so.
Okay, we were walking away from the Borough Market, and there was a man walking towards us, and I have like my dad, my younger brother, my 6-year-old, and we're walking, and this guy just starts walking, and he's fully on his phone, walking, and he walked right into us, and I knew that he was going to walk into us.
Also, you're in London, sir.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with your phone.
I could have snatched that motherfucker.
So fast.
So I was like, oh, this is why we don't look at our phones while we're walking. But then there were these 2 ladies behind me. They were definitely from the northeast part of America. They had almost like a Bostonian accent to them.
I love the northeast.
And they thought I was talking to them.
Oh, no.
And so from behind me, because we were walking a little slow. Again, I have my father with me. Well, not
you
elderly.
Have
and a
older
6-year-old.
Man, a 6-year-old, and an autistic person.
Walking with me.
Like, you got your hands full.
Correct. Now, my autistic brother is 32.
He's fully capable. Yeah.
He's 32. But also, like, he's not paying attention either. He's not used to being in a big city.
Correct.
So he's looking around. He's following me. And my 6-year-old and apparently my father and my brother have no sense of like, spatial awareness, and so we are fully like a full can line across the sidewalk right now. This has gone way off the rails, but yeah, these ladies behind me they thought I was talking to them, and
talking to because did you turn around as he passed you?
No, I don't.
Oh, weird.
I know. And so they started to like fight with us while like speed walking away, and I just kept arguing with them, and my dad's like, Morgan, please give it up. And I'm like, no, those fucking bitches thought I was talking to them. I wasn't fucking talking to them. Not everything's about you. I like shout after them, and
yeah, and see, that is when I would dissolve into the concrete and cease to exist.
I am always in confrontation mode.
I envy it at times. I know as a mother, I need to get more comfortable with that. And like part of my not embarrassment, that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean, is that I'm like,
your apprehension.
Fuck, I'm uncomfortable when someone else does it, and there will be a time when I have to do it, and it makes me go because I'm a little baby back bitch.
I think if you find the right thing to spark your indignation, you'll feel pretty comfortable in it. It started with me when that man tilted my friend Nikki's stroller in the Netherlands while her baby was in it at a bus stop. And this like old Dutch man, and he like, instead of saying excuse me like a normal fucking civilized person, we also knew enough Dutch. Like, she's Australian, I'm American. We knew enough Dutch for someone to say excuse me. And respond to it. He didn't fucking say shit, and he walked up and he tilted her stroller while her baby was in it up over off of its wheels to get past her, and I literally squared up to the man because he's in my face screaming at me, stupid American, about me telling him that he needs to say excuse me and you don't touch a stroller. ever, but especially not when there's a baby in it.
Yeah, a baby in it at a bus stop. My biggest postpartum intrusive thought was I'm going to be pushing a stroller down the sidewalk. The wheel's going to clip the curb. She's going to roll out into traffic. Like that. Sorry. Oh God, trigger warning. Probably should have said that. But that was a normal walk was all I could think about.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah. So I was like, you need to say, excuse me, you do not touch people's strollers like that. We absolutely don't do that. And he had the audacity to tell me, like, stupid American, go back to where you come from. Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, people in other countries, they're going to tell you where to go back to where you come from.
Yeah.
When they hear you're not from around there. So
I have some
not just
people
Americans who do that.
I want to visit and be told that. So I can be like, are you uncomfortable?
Funny story.
Anyways.
Yes, so that's where it started for me, was that I wasn't gonna, and poor Nikki, sweet little Scorpio water sign baby over there, is like, Morgan, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. And I'm like, no, fuck this guy. And he squared up to me, and I was like, what are you gonna do, hit me? And then he started to swear at me in Dutch, and then walked away from me. But I was like, what are you gonna do? You centenarian? Are you gonna hit me? In the middle of public?
Do you mean a septuagenarian?
No, he was in his 70s.
Yeah.
Is that a septuagenarian?
Septuagenarian. Septenarian. That sounds
Whatever.
like a salamander. Okay, I think you have more books, so you go first and then we'll end with you.
Ooh, okay, so I started the month off, the year off, with, even before I read the rom-commers, with the Alex Stern books by Leigh Bardugo, which is Hellbent, that's the second one, and The Ninth House, which is the first one. I started them with The Ninth House and Hellbent, and loved them. They're like a dark academia, secret society, hidden magic around the arcane and the occult, and there are like these 8 different secret societies that perform different rituals through the occult. And there's the Ninth House, which was like an oversight body to keep these rituals in check, to make sure that they're not, how do I say, so they're not killing people, but obviously, you know, like it's the occult, so they're doing.
That they're following the rules.
Yeah. That they're not like letting demons in from a hell portal or, you know, just stuff like that. Alex is the main character. Her real name is Galaxy, which I think is super fun.
That's so... Have you ever seen the meme that's like, hi, my name's Liz. Oh, is it short for Elizabeth? Nope, it's Lizard.
So, Galaxy Stern is her name, and she, by 20 years old, she has been homeless, drug dealer boyfriends. She really looks like she's like washed up her life, and she winds up at the center of an unexplained murder where like everybody around her has just been like beaten to death with a bat, and there's not a stitch of blood on her, and there was so much fentanyl in her system that she should have died, but she did not.
Crazy.
And so somebody from Yale approaches her and says, hey, we'll give you a full ride scholarship if you come work for us. And that's at the Lethe House, which is the Ninth House. And it turns out girl can see ghosts. And in this world, you can only see ghosts by like taking this potion that like kills you just a little bit so you can see through the veil. It like thins you on this side of the veil.
Oh, very, what's that book we always bring up? Foxglove. Not Foxglove.
Belladonna.
Belladonna.
Yeah, so similar kind of concept of like taking something, but Alex can see the ghosts without having to do that. She just naturally can. And so this Ninth House, this Lethe House, is constantly keeping tabs on kids in systems with like reported psychosis and seeing how they can like track them through their lives and get them to a vulnerable place and then kind of like offer them what they need so they can come do their bidding.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
Dark.
so that's like the overarching of it, and it was really interesting. It's really dark. There's a third book that's coming out. Don't know when. Lee, when is it coming out? When is it coming out, Lee? Probably this year or next year. But they were really good. Captivated me. I gave the first book 4 stars, and I gave the second book 5 stars.
Nice. I have a Leigh Bardugo that just came through on my Libby, but not from that series.
What is it?
The Familiar.
Oh, I have that one too. That is also next up for me to read.
Nice.
Okay, what have you read this month? Let's start with you.
So our first regular book club was One Dark Window, which I was like fine about. Like I thought there were cool aspects, but I wasn't like in love with it. And you were like, no, the second book is 10 times better.
10 times.
I finally read the second book, 5 stars.
Yes.
5 stars.
6 stars even.
It was really good.
So good.
Yeah. Again, it's no spice. They're YA books, right? Maybe like
I don't technically think they are YA books because there is a little, especially in
in the second
Two
book there
Twisted
is
Crowns,
a moment.
there's a little bit of on page,
Yeah,
but it's not fully explicit.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think they are technically YA books. I think that they are older because
I have this problem of assuming, oh, no one's fucking on page. That must be for babies.
Have you seen the woman who does the TikTok of she's like, people I don't want book recommendations from? She has the whiteboard with like the player stick. Yeah. She just posted one that was in response to the Call Me Chris's like, people who read smut need to go touch grass. And she's like, you know what? I have something to say. People who do read smut, they do need to be go touching grass. And what they need to be doing is reading books about people fucking.
Mm-hmm. I can do both. Call me Chris.
Call me Chris, you don't want to know the stuff that we're into on this podcast.
You don't want the smoke. Call me Chris.
We are a ride you would not survive.
It's such a shame because I love her, but
I know.
It's such an unoriginal take. Like, I'm not even that mad about it.
I
just, like, roll my eyes about it.
Oh, because we've heard it enough now.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you think you're special and unique and deserve a gold star because you don't want to have fun?
Do you hate fun? Almost all of these books that I wrote down, I'm like, would I recommend it? And yes, if, no, if you hate fun.
Correct. Yes. I have a couple of those as well. But yeah, that series has the coolest fucking magic system. And it led me to another book that I cannot find except for on fucking Amazon. And I'm trying not to give American billionaires my money. Because the magic system in the One Dark Window series is kind of tarot card-esque.
Yes.
And if you read the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast wrote a book called The Empress that is tarot card magic.
Ooh.
And I want to read it so bad, and I might have to give Jeff Bezos my money. I'm fucking
Have you checked her
about
website?
it. That's a good idea. That's my next step.
Yeah, check her website. You might be able to just like buy it straight from the publisher.
Because I couldn't even get it on Kindle, which was weird. There's an Audible, but there wasn't a Kindle.
Odd. Yeah, check her website and see if it's there.
I'll have to.
What did you... Oh, you gave... Yeah.
I gave that 5 stars. I loved the romance. I think the romance in this one was significantly more, like, believable.
Yes, between Ione and Elm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
I was trying not to give too much away at book club when you guys were like, I don't know, I liked it, but... And I'm like... Yeah. Everybody was like, Ione's such an interesting character. And I'm like, boy, is she.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, is she. What did you think of Fresnel?
And I also liked him so much more as like a love interest too.
Yeah. How did you feel about the ending?
You set me up for, so the 2 main characters in the first book are kind of like not able to be together during the second book.
Yes.
And I guess this is a spoiler, but
there you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I thought they were not ever going to be together again.
Oh.
I don't know like what vibe you gave, but that was just what I was assuming. And no, everyone's happy in the end. So I don't think saying a happy ending is a spoiler because 99% of books have happy endings.
I was mostly talking about, here's another spoiler for it, how the monster, the nightmare, basically, he nameless is my price, bitch. Like he absolutely was like, let me take this and lay myself to rest.
Yeah.
And you can continue to live your life. I think that the monster, the nightmare, was such an interesting character in that he just wanted peace and he just wanted rest. And it really looked like he was using Elspeth to his own end. But he did care about Elspeth in like a way that you weren't expecting, like a nightmare monster that lived inside your head to care about a character. And I loved that.
Yeah, there was just, very interesting characters. If you've read, what is it, Children of the Lost Gods? Children of the Lost Wars by Charissa Weeks? Children of the Lost. Hold, please.
Charissa Weeks?
Charissa.
The woman who wrote The Witch Collector?
No.
Carissa
Broadbent. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Carissa.
Because you're talking like Daughter of No World.
Yes, Daughter of No Worlds. Okay. That book, which is one of my favorite fucking series. The Children of the Fallen Gods, which is the second book in it, fucking ruined me emotionally. I was unwell after reading that. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, there's a very similar character setup as one of the characters in One Dark Window.
Okay.
Where there's kind of like a monster living inside of you and sometimes takes over. And the autonomy of it all. I kind of really like that character dynamic. And it's a very niche thing to be like, ooh, I like this. Not that you see it very often. All right, what do you have next?
I will pop these together in order. I did a reread of Iron Flame in advance of Onyx Storm. Which reading it the second time, I didn't realize I didn't read it again last year at all through 2024. I had so many other books, I guess, that I was like, no. It was a much more enjoyable read the second time around, knowing what you're going into.
And like looking for clues almost. It makes
Yes,
it fun.
I do enjoy that with a reread, is like looking for the clues of things. And even as like we were setting up for this, I was seeing like threads and TikToks of like other little clues from Iron Flame that reveal themselves in Onyx Storm. And I'm like screaming at my phone. Screaming. But also knowing that like giving these characters grace, that like this is a 21-year-old and a 23-year-old. I did not make good decisions at 23 years old, right? Like I got into a lot of fights with my partner at 23 years old and at 21 years old. And these people are trying to lead a revolution and they keep getting pulled in opposite directions. There are people who are literally trying to kill them. Yeah. And of course they're going to argue through the whole fucking book. Like,
when you're under the most amount of stress you could ever physically possibly imagine. Yeah.
And both of their worlds just got turned upside down, right? Like, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. So I reread that. It was a much more enjoyable book. I had a great time rereading that. Way better than a time that I had the first time reading it, seeing all the clues, seeing all the things. The part, spoiler, where Violet's mom dies got me this time. It didn't get me when I read it the first time.
Was it before or after your mom passed?
It was after, but it was, I think we had just moved and I was going through like all of the emotions of like we were still...
There were too many feelings to be feeling. Too many extra feelings.
Yeah, 2023 and 2024 really fucked me up.
Rocked your shit.
It sure did. Specifically 2023. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more the second time around. And then I finished Onyx Storm, not at breakneck speed, thankfully. I did take appropriate breaks. I did put my book down at 11 o'clock at night and continue.
That's good.
That is really good considering Iron Flame and Fourth Wing. I stayed up late into the night to read both times. Yeah. Onyx Storm, this will be my first time admitting it to anywhere. I gave it 5 stars. Nice. I would give it 6 stars.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Well, assuming you don't post anything else before we edit and upload.
Oh, maybe. I've been waiting I wanted to wait at least a week for the book to come out because I remember when we read House, Flame, and Shadow and we were like, oh my God.
5 stars right away. And then we're like, wait, Well,
there's that, but also we were seeing people were rating it like 2 and 3 stars and we were like, no. And so I don't want to do that to anybody. I really enjoy Rebecca Yarros's writing. So many of the little like plot holes that you found in other books, I say that in parentheses. There's no plot holes in a unfinished fantasy series.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because there's time to adjust, and if you don't know about Rebecca Yarros's writing and like the amount of breadcrumbing that woman does, like how much stuff at the end of Fourth Wing to where you're like, every single page had something on it that led us to this moment. And so that's how I'm feeling. It was really good. The character development was, from everyone, was top notch. There was side character development. There is a, spoiler alert, Dane Atos is a man who talks you through it, which nobody was expecting. Can't wait for you to get to that. Stevie has not read it yet.
I haven't.
It's so... Riddick is so fucking funny. The man carries the book on his back in terms of humor. And the ending, I know you see my reaction.
I did.
Holy shit. It left me in such a good place of like, I wouldn't want it to end anywhere else.
Oh, perfect. Good. I'm glad it's not at a cliffhanger when...
Oh, it is.
Oh, good. Okay. That's awesome. Because I just saw an interview of hers where someone was like, when's the next one? And she's like, I'm writing a contemporary
first.
And then I'm writing it whenever I fucking feel like it.
Yeah, she's going to spend the summer with her kids. And as a mom, respect.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, I respect it, but...
And then she said she'll get to it when she gets to it. And hopefully it flows.
I'm sure it'll be soon.
I do too. She's already started the playlist. And she did say that the first song on the playlist is from the Tortured Poets Department, which I have two submissions for that. And it's either... I can't think of the second one right now, but I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can.
I mean, I think that going into Onyx Storm is kind of the theme I'm thinking. We'll see. Say nothing. I think we might need to move on from this one. I was going in order of what I read, but I think I'm going to break up my heavy ones.
Yeah, let's vibe it.
I'm going to do a heavy one, which was 5 stars. The book Cast, The Origins of Our Discontents by Isabel Wilkerson. I cannot recommend this book enough. 5 stars. This was so good. I almost wish I didn't read it on 1.5 speed. And I got it on Libby. So I'm going to have to either buy it or go back and read it. This is such a good book for white people who think they're woke already. Like myself. I'm not saying I didn't think I have anything to learn, obviously. Like my head's not that far up my ass. But like there was so much where... just the way she put it and just giving very simple lived experiences of certain things where I'm like, I don't know if I would have seen that as racism. Like, I might have witnessed that scenario and been like, oh, yeah, that was a douchebag, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
so like digs into microaggressions.
Exactly. And like, or I don't know if I would have deemed that worth like stepping in as like
as like a bystander?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we just talked about. I'm not that great at doing anyways. But I did talk to my therapist recently about like wanting to like be more like stand 10 toes down on my morals. And she was like, well, you don't have to fight all the bad guys. What if you just like did something good for the victims?
Ding, ding, ding,
and
ding,
I was
ding.
like, you have a point. And so, like, there's a lot of situations where I'm like, oh, like, someone was being a douche to her on an airplane where I would have, like, instead of yelling at the person and causing a scene, which would probably also make them uncomfortable, or most people uncomfortable, you could just be like, hey, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you want to come sit by me? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
just be a girl's girl, basically.
I don't know what, it just gave me such a perspective shift on, like, how to
be part of a revolution.
Yeah, and like the community aspect of it
Not everybody has to be on the front lines. Like we still need people to chop wood and carry water. We still need people to watch the children.
You need the caretakers, yeah.
Right. In a revolution, you do still need community. Mm-hmm. I haven't read that book yet. It is on my list to read for this year.
Good.
But that is a really good point.
But the concept of the book is she learned a lot about the caste system in Hindu culture in India, and realized that the way racism operates in America is a lot more like a caste system rather than just like, no pun intended, but like black and white racism.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh no, like these certain factors place you at different levels. Mm-hmm. It's a very stratified rather than these are the in people and these are the out people.
I think that probably encompasses all races in America as well, too.
Exactly. And it talks about how, like, Latinos and Asian people and Indian people are kind of, like, stratified differently as well. And if you're a woman or a man in each of those groups, how it was really good and it was really digestible. Like, it was written intelligently without being, like, lofty. I can't recommend this book enough. I think a lot of books like this are written to point out that problems exist and not so much what to do about it or how to communicate about it. And so I feel like I'm fairly aware of the problems that exist. I don't need to be given examples and just be mad about it. I need like a framework of how to explain it to other people who don't see it in my community / what to do about it. And this book felt like a productive read. Can't recommend it enough.
Good.
There you go.
I'm glad that felt productive. I do feel the same way about a lot of books that I've read. Of like, this book is just making me angry.
Yeah, I had to. I don't know if this was this month. It must have been. I DNF'd the book Off With Her Head. Okay. Because it was about, it's like feminism and like how women are discriminated against, and it was just example after example after example. And I'm like, I am a woman and I live. Like, I don't need this spelled out for me. I'm just mad.
I read the book a couple years ago called Sisters in Hate, and it was about how white women prop up the
like patriarchy?
Not the patriarchy, but how it's like the alt-right. Okay. Basically, how women prop up the alt-right. And I think the event that we're going to go to is really going to touch on this a lot as well too, but hopefully there's more actionable items in that one. But it talks about it's a journalist who follows 3 different women through their alt-right journey, for lack of better words, and one of them is someone who was active and then escaped the alt-right, and then like feeds information to the FBI about them. Yeah, and then another person is someone who was like, she was the crunchy mom to alt-right pipeline person, and she's still very active on the internet. And then there's another person, I think it's Alex Jones's wife, the frogs are gay woman. It might not be her. And towards the end, I started to tune out because it really was just like, it was just pissing me off. But she basically married a Danish man, I think he's Danish man, and they're full into like white supremacy. And it was, and like they have a radio show and a podcast and all sorts of stuff. But like there was nothing actionable about it other than the first woman that she interviewed, where it was like how the woman
and does it go woman by woman?
Yes.
Okay, good to know, because that's on my TBR, so I might just stop reading. Like it's on Libby, just listen to that part and then stop. That's good to know.
I mean, it opened my eyes to things that I didn't realize, and once I read that book I did start to see the crunchy mom to alt-right pipeline.
I was just telling you my TikTok For You page is all homesteading, so I should probably, maybe I should read it.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I will intervene if I think you're going down the alt-right pipeline.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, crunchy moms start out with like, we don't trust vaccines, and then they're fully into like RFK's
like
Junior's brainworm, don't trust the government.
I guess I also don't trust the government, but for different reasons. I promise. Vaccinate your kids.
Please vaccinate. We are pro-vaccination on the Unhinged Smut Book Club podcast.
Vaccinate your kids and have a Diet Coke and take a fucking breather. Yeah. Like, that's my advice.
I think I would classify us as scrunchy moms. Right? Yeah. Like I want my kid to play outside in the mud, but also like I'm gonna pop the TV on so I can get a couple minutes of peace and quiet.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Both.
Except for your kid makes you pay for it when you do the screen time
Absolutely.
break.
And that is on ADHD, my friends. That is on having a neurodivergent child.
A neurodivergent Sagittarius. Only child.
Capricorn cusp.
Baby Morgan would make me her bitch. That's what we should refer to our families. Stevie, Mr. Stevie, Baby Stevie, and vice versa. And Baby Morgan is fitting. Because you want to talk about raising your inner child.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I am absolutely parenting my inner child right now, live in the flesh. Mm-hmm. She screeches at me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So fun. So fun.
All right, what's your next book?
I read The Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that is our February Unhinged Smut Book Club.
Yes. I started it, and I haven't finished it yet.
I started before I started Onyx Storm, but
I need to do that too.
I didn't finish it before I started Onyx Storm. I thought I was going to be, and I was short by like 3 hours. I just couldn't make it happen because I woke up on Tuesday with a determination to read Onyx Storm and only Onyx Storm.
Valid.
So we talked a little bit about it at the end of Butcher and Blackbird, but if you didn't know, Briar Rose is trapped in a terrifying marriage with a dangerous man. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and she finds herself making a deal with a demon for freedom from her husband in return for 7 years of service. And she is expecting basically backbreaking slave work, and she does not expect to be put on an auction block full of monsters who run their territories and to be picked up by a dragon man named Soul.
And to be his wife.
And to be his wife and to bear him heirs. Mm-hmm. Which are all things she does not want to do. She just got out of a marriage. Mm-hmm. I give this one 3.5 stars.
Okay. I don't want to talk too much about it.
I will not talk too much about it. It is... The romance is fun. The romance is believable. Mm-hmm. The nice. Romance happens quickly, but I have this thing read, which we are going to... We're going to find out more about this as the pod goes on, but I have told you about this when we read Morning Glory Milking Farm, in that I often forget that the main male character is actually a monster.
Yeah, is not human.
Until there is a description of, like, we kissed and our jaws aren't compatible. And I'm like, what do you mean your jaws aren't compatible?
Mm-hmm. That applies to my next book. So
when she talks about 2 penises, both of his penises, and I'm like, what do you mean both of his penises? It's like, I forget. And so I get so into these stories and I really enjoy them. And then I'm like, oh wait, monster. But there was a spot, and I can't wait until you get to it, and I cannot wait until we talk about it, that, like, I almost DNF'd this book at, not because it was bad, but just because, like, I literally set the book down and started laughing, and my husband was like, what is so funny? And I was like, I cannot continue with this.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, come back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
For the full discussion of that book.
We will talk about it. This is one I would not recommend if you hate fun.
Correct. That's most of the books we read for this podcast. So, that's understood.
Okay, what was your next one?
This one was a fun, I need to not think, called Muscles and Monsters by Ashley Bennett. Ooh. It is one of those fluffy little, you're there for the smut, but it's like a cute little story. Mm-hmm. A couple 100 pages.
Love.
Read it in a day book.
Yep.
I did give it 2 stars because, like, these aren't winning literary awards. No. But they're fun and so cute. Fun. And I immediately downloaded the second book. But, okay, so this first one, yeah, this is definitely, like, we could do an episode about one of these books.
Yes.
He wasn't a werewolf. He was a wolf man. Like, he doesn't shift. He's just always, like, a wolf, but, like, stands on 2 legs.
Yeah, like dragon or, bull.
Yeah, exactly. Minotaur. Exactly. And, like, humanoid. So it's, like, there wasn't, like, an alpha-omega situation, but it was omega versus adjacent. There was a knot involved.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We love it. And, of course, it's the full moon, and he has to chase her through the woods and bang her in the woods, which, if you read a wolf romance and there's not that, like, what's the fucking point?
What was the point? There's a criteria for a wolf romance.
Which is a knot.
And chasing her through the woods. And chasing through the woods,
yeah. But in a sexy way.
In a consensual way.
Yes.
We're all about consent. Consent and vaccines here at the Unhinged Smut Book Club podcast.
Vaccines.
And undoing the racial institutions that prop up our country.
Correct. But yeah, this is just the epitome. What is septuagenarian? This is the epitome of, like, light, fluffy, fun read, which was great because the month took a downturn. But yeah, so Wolfman owns a gym, and the female love interest is a baker, and she's making, like, a big wedding cake, and her assistant called out, and the cake is so heavy. She's, like, a curvy girl, so it's not like, I'm just so small. It's not that. She's just, like, out of shape.
Or the cake is just heavy.
It was a huge cake. It was, like, a big deal wedding. And she, like, drops it, part of it, and he's, like, walking by, and he's like, do you need help? And she's like, yes, I do, actually. And then she does the thing where she, like, saw, like, the branding on his shirt, and she looked up the gym and then, like, stalked him.
Yes.
And her friends were like, go to the gym. Because they, like, had very flirty banter. And so she, like, walks in and is like, hi. And it's, like, one of those where they're just like, oh, so we're boyfriend, girlfriend right now. You know, like, it was cute. Because, I mean, it's a short book. You don't have time to, like, build a romance.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just really cute.
You also know what you're getting going into the book. So, like, let's just get to it, right?
Yeah. The next one is like a gay Shape of Water situation.
Nice.
There's like a squiddy, octopusy type of... There's tentacles involved. Tentacles are fun. So...
Maybe we should read that one together.
We could. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Morgan and I have talked about doing a 3rd episode per month. I think we'll do a couple months of like feeling out the flow of things with a book review and then like a full book episode. But I think we'll add like a novella.
I love this.
Like the Kindle Unlimited 100-page
yes.
things, you know?
Yes.
I think we could swing that. Would you guys like that? Comment if you'd like that.
Listen, can I comment? I would like that. I'm going to comment from my other 2 Instagram accounts. And be like,
I'm saying comment like we're not going to do whatever we want to do when we want to do it.
Those little fluffy 100, 200-page books was like my initial inspiration.
Exactly, yeah.
For this. It was the 26-page Mating with Marshmallows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we need more Unhinged.
I agree. I'm so down for
I
this.
feel unhinged in my day-to-day life for very different reasons. I might as well have fun unhinged.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, your turn.
Lights Out by Nevessa Allen.
Oh, you read it?
I did. It's been coming up on my Libby holds since October, and I just keep kicking that can. And I was like, fuck it.
Had to do it.
Let's just do it. So fucking fun.
Yeah.
So fucking fun. If you liked the rom-com banter of Butcher and Blackbird, right there. It's
perfect.
On par with it is so fucking funny. It gives like You vibes, like that show that was on Netflix.
Nice.
Where he's like constantly like overthinking in his head, and like he thinks he's stalking for the right reasons. But Josh is actually stalking for the right reasons.
I think most stalkers think they're stalking for the right reasons.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I gave this one 4 stars. It was so fun. And it's reading rom-com the entire time, and you get to about halfway through the book and you're like, how is there still half of a book left? And then things happen, and it gets even more unhinged and even more funny, and you have a little bit of like shit, fuck, of like something is about to go wrong. The bonus chapter, the epilogue, so fun. So fun.
I think we'll definitely have an episode about that book, probably this year.
Yes.
I don't know when.
I'm absolutely down to read it again. It's so fun. It is dark. There are dark themes. Probably not as dark as some of the ones you and I have talked about. But there is... I mean, there's stalking involved, like full-on stalking, and masked men and knives. And so but listen, it's a great time. 4 stars.
Nice. And now to bring it down, I read How Fascism Works, The Politics of Us and Them by Jason Stanley. This was fantastic. It's pretty, it's shorter. I gave it 5 stars. I think I'm going to buy a physical copy of this.
Good.
For sure. It broke down a lot of like very political talking points in a way that was digestible, but without feeling like it's like oversimplified. And like when I get in discussions with people, I've always felt kind of dumb being like, oh, XYZ is fascism. Because it's very much like that. Years ago, there's like a famous quote from a guy in the Senate talking about porn. And he's like, I can't define it, but you know it when you see it. Like that's how I've always felt about
fascism.
Like, yeah. Right, because I'm politically aware, but I'm not that like actually knowledgeable. And so...
You're a science major.
Yeah.
I'm a college dropout.
Yeah, we're doing our best, okay? And so it felt really good to read this and feel a little bit more qualified to make certain comments.
Okay.
And it made me feel more prepared to like engage politically moving forward, because basically fascism just uses a lot of gaslighting to oversimplify. What the fuck did I'm reading my notes and trying to sound like I'm talking off the cuff, and it's not working out. Okay, I should have put in the context. So, fascism uses a lot of gaslighting.
Yeah.
To oversimplify it, and I feel more prepared to spot some of the bullshit. And yeah, so with the gaslighting thing, I think the way I see things going, when we started this podcast, we were like, we're not going to hide our politics, but we're not going to get too political. I'm going to get like a little bit heavier political.
That's
right
fine.
Now. I see things going where like frog in a boiling pot of water.
Yes.
Where they just keep chipping away at things.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal. And suddenly you don't recognize
your country
anymore. And I feel like having a like, wait, that sounds familiar. Let me read this book. Oh yeah, it's fucking fascism again. Will be helpful. So yeah, I recommend that. Those two, Cast by Isabel Wilkerson and How Fascism Works by Jason Stanley.
I think I bought How Fascism Works. It's like a thin book,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty small. Yeah.
Does it have a white cover?
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought it. Yes, I did buy this.
I think it's on a lot of band lists. I know you're buying a lot of those.
No, I think I bought it from Waterstones a couple months ago.
Oh, nice.
Like, I think I bought it right after the election.
There you go. Yeah, it's a good one. I'd annotate, like...
I think.
Bring a highlighter.
I bought highlighter tape, like annotation highlighter tape, because I didn't want it to bleed. I don't want highlighters to bleed through on the other side of paper. Because I also have another one that I told you I would loan you. That is, I think it's called like A Case for Hope. On the Other Side of Freedom, A Case for Hope. That one is a good one. Nice. And I wanted to highlight that one, but the pages were so thin. And I was like, I don't want this to bleed through.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we, listen, I think after witnessing, we were upset in November, and then we kind of let it taper off, and then inauguration has happened, and you and I have watched the rollbacks on policies that have happened.
Especially as a person who was a teacher.
Yeah.
Who works in education.
Yeah.
Would like to go back to, in special education. Yeah. And I taught almost entirely immigrant children.
Yeah.
Or first generation. I still think of my students as like my children. I think about them every single day.
I don't think that there's a teacher out there who would look at those children that they take care of for 40 hours a week.
Exactly.
Spend more time with those children than they get to spend with their own actual children. And look at those kids and not see humanity in them and not want to protect them with their lives. We ask teachers in America to take bullets for our children. You think teachers are just going to hand over children to immigration raids?
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
But I think we did agree, like, we won't be too overt about our politics, and then the rage kicked back up.
Yeah. I don't want to make it our whole shtick, but like I'm talking about political books.
Yeah,
and
but
so
just
it's relevant.
know,
you know what I mean?
Just know where we stand on this.
Yeah.
In the same way that like book talk isn't political.
Honestly, this isn't a safe space.
No.
I'm
absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah.
That's the paradox of intolerance, right? Or the paradox of tolerance is that you have to be abhorrently intolerant to intolerance. And that is a lot of the gaslighting that book probably talks about, is that like the fascism, the alt-right, like to talk about like, oh, the tolerant left is not so tolerant of my views. Motherfucker, your views call for the elimination of an entire group of people. So absolutely the fuck not am I going to be tolerant of that. You can get fucked, my dude. You can get absolutely fucked. And I'm loudly going to tell you to get fucked.
Yeah. So if your politics are different, I'm not going to say you're not welcome here.
No,
Maybe
listen.
you can learn something, but if you want to avoid topics like this, stick to the monthly This Is the Book We Read episodes.
For
the
sure.
ones where we get...
Because
like,
this isn't political at this point. Politics is like government spending. Politics is...
This is morals.
This is morals, right? We don't disagree politically. We disagree morally. We disagree ethically. And that's not... I have goosebumps right now because I'm so fucking pissed about it. But my dad and I agree politically. We agree on government overreach. We agree on too much spending. We agree on so many other little things here and there. Morally, we don't agree. And so that is where the difference of it is that when I talk to him, I'm like, you and I agree politically. We align politically more than you want to say. But your obsession with keeping trans people out of bathrooms is fucking weird, Dad.
Yeah, and see, I feel like I do align morally with my parents, but their politics don't reflect that, and they will not...
Fair
They
enough.
will not admit that their politics don't reflect their morals.
Fair enough.
They can't connect that. And it's so fucking frustrating.
I think I feel the same way about my dad, though, too, with you just saying it, right?
Yeah.
Because I talk about my dad being like, sorry if you hear this, Dad. I love you so much. But we've talked about
it's nothing Morgan wouldn't say to your face.
That I haven't said to you already.
Exactly.
Of just that, like, we agree on so much about the world,
and
wanting it to be a better place. I said to him when I talked to him a few weeks ago that, like, he and I have both gone so far right and left that like, we have now circled back around, like, 180 to where we agree on the same things. We just got there from completely different paths. But we agree on the same things, my friend. You just gotta, like, you've been radicalized in one way and I've been radicalized in one way. We were talking about fucking landlords.
And that's on class
LA.
solidarity.
Oh my God.
It's not right versus left, baby. It's eat the fucking rich.
It's eat the fucking rich.
We gotta realize we have so much more in common. And that it's not immigrants and people on welfare who are making your life miserable.
Also, the billionaires are on welfare. Can forgive all of the loans that were given out to businesses and private equity firms during COVID times,
which were taken advantage of and not even used for what they should have been fucking used for. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm mad at the government.
My tummy hurts and I'm mad at the government literally right now.
Okay, so my next book, to stay mad at the government, to stay mad at the patriarchy, I read The Stepford Wives by Ira Levin.
Ooh, why did I not? I think I knew that was a book, but it never clicked for me that was a book.
I found out it was a book recently, in recent times, post-election, when people are sharing their, like, here's some interesting dystopian novels you should read. And The Stepford Wives was one of them, which has been remade into movies twice now. Which I did not realize. The second one being with Nicole Kidman. And I've seen reviews saying it's terrible comparatively, but I haven't watched the movie in a very long time. Basically, this woman, Joanna, and her husband, Walter, and her family, they moved to this little town called Stepford. I gave this one 3.5 stars because I was angry. And that's not Ira's fault. It's just my fault that I'm angry. But Joanna notices among her neighbors that, like, none of the neighborhood women want to hang out. They're obsessed with housework, and their husbands go to the men's club every single night, and they're not upset about it. Meanwhile, Walter, like, does the dishes and takes equal time. This is 1972 when this was written. Takes equal time with the children and, like, lets Joanna go out and quote unquote, lets her go out and, like, do her photography business. And he wants to get women in on the men's club. And turns out that that's not the case. And if you've seen the movie, you know where it goes. But basically, these women are being kidnapped and something happens to them. And then suddenly they're these robots, these, like, 1950s housewives robots who only live to cook and clean.
What's that Harry Styles movie?
Yep, Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
I think Don't Worry, Darling is the new version of The Stepford Wives. In the Stepford Wives, the president of the Men's Association was somebody who used to work for Disney, and he programmed the animatronics that are in the, like, the president's, like, Meet the Presidents thing. He programmed a lot of the animatronics. And so Joanna, through some investigative researching, she feels like she's going crazy because she's watching the women who were not like the Stepford Wives turn into Stepford Wives.
Weird, yeah.
And she noticed with both of these two women that they went away for a weekend with their husband and came back Stepford Wives. And so she's like, am I next? Basically. Yeah. And her husband's like, no, that's not how it works. He's completely fucking gaslighting her. So she's going through old newspapers in the library, and she finds that this man used to work for Disney. He did the animatronics, making them look incredibly lifelike. And that was when it clicked for her that, like, these women looked animatronic in the way that they were acting, only talking about, like, floor cleaners and can I make you a cup of coffee and worrying about waxing, like, the floors. Only have a
certain amount of programmed responses.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's also a character that is in the book that goes around to people in, and this never gets touched on more than this, but, like, the writing style of this book, the prose is so simplistic, but if you're paying attention, it is incredibly impactful. There's a person in the men's club who's doing this, he says it's a project. He's trying to train computers to geographically be able to locate people's voices in terms of, like, where did they come from based off of the way that they speak. And he says that it can be used in, like, police work. That's what he thinks, like, the future of it is, to be able to identify where people are from based off of how they pronounce things. It's never touched on again after that. But that man is using it to, like, superimpose these women, basically, to, like, give them a voice box of, like, words. Because it's, like, books of words he wants them to read. And he's like, don't worry about it. Take your time. I'm going to leave you with the recorder. Like, you can do it over 2 weeks or a month or, like, just take your time doing it. The prose is so incredibly simply written. But she basically figures it out and she gets taken anyway and does it. And then the duality of it, the contrast that I had as I'm like, me, a complete feminist, living in my house with a complete feminist husband who votes and acts in ways that are beneficial to me, to read this book. I am a stay-at-home wife. To read this book and, like, have this husband who in the beginning is, like, I had my own, like,
like, maybe I'm not safe.
But it was really good. I read it as part of Libro FM's. They're doing, like, a 24 books in... or 25 books in the year of 2025 book challenge.
Oh, cool.
And one of the prompts was to read a book that was published before you were born. And so that one was written in 1972. And you can, as a little plug for Storygraph, if you want to do that as well, Storygraph has it set up as like one of the challenges on their website. So you can go and you can add a bunch of different books. They already have a bunch of books categorized, or if you know of a book, you can add it to the category as well too. But I thought that was fun and also it had been on my list. So I was able to get both of them immediately from Libby, which was great. And horrifying, truly horrifying about the audacity of men.
That's good. We need more horror in our days.
Because I don't have enough of it already.
Right. I want to shout out Libro FM because I know for a while I was looking for an alternative to like Amazon services for book things, and Libro FM is an alternative to Audible. I think it is more expensive, but they're like, right, because you have the monthly subscription, which is I think is like $15,
which is what Audible is. It's $14.99.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but okay, well then on top of it being the same price, and it goes to you can select an indie bookstore for it to contribute to, and when you buy books outside of your credits, they have such good sales. I'm talking like books you want.
Yes.
For like $3.
Yes.
That
was how I found the like Alexandria Bellafleur books that I bought, those audiobooks. I have I got When the Moon Hatched from them for like $5 or $8, I think. Same. Like really inexpensive. I canceled my Audible Onyx Storm and got it from Libro FM. I was like, you know what? That was already on pre-order, but let's cancel that. There are still some things that are like Audible exclusives. Like all of the Carissa Broadbent books are Audible exclusives.
That's such a bummer.
And all the Penn Cole books, which is a Spark of the Everflame books, are Audible exclusives, which are a big bummer. So I have a plan with Audible. It's like every other month you get one credit, and I just bank those credits for like when those books come out for the Audible exclusives. But otherwise, I get all of my audiobooks through Libro FM. Yeah. Who's your small bookstore, your indie bookstore that you have set up for it?
I don't know the name, but it is from... It's too much personal information because it's close to where, like, I will live again in.
Is it the one that our friend had recommended?
No.
Okay,
no,
different one.
It's in the town that I taught in.
Oh, okay.
And so it felt like contributing to that community.
Listen, I'll put it out there. I got Books on the Bosque, which is a Albuquerque, New Mexico indie bookstore. It's where I went to the House of Flame and Shadow book party.
Cute.
And they are woman and queer owned and run, which is incredible.
I also chose a woman-owned one, so there you go. I have a really fun one I'm going to end on that was an ARC we received, so I'm going to save that. So I'm going to stay in my politics. This one's lighter, though. I'm currently reading... Hold on, let me make sure I read it correctly. I didn't write this down because I wasn't sure if I'd be close enough to done with it to talk about it. But I am. I'm currently reading Twilight of Democracy, The Seductive Lure of Authoritarianism by Anne Applebaum. I'm not going to rate this one really high because I don't feel like I'm getting a lot out of it, but one good thing I will say about it is it talks about a lot of different countries, not just the United States, which I appreciate. I think it's important to be familiar with global politics so that because a lot of things, like one country will be like, oh, they got away with that. I'm going to do that. And like there's a guy in Spain whose platform was Make Spain Great Again. Like these people are not creative.
No. Well, Octavia Butler coined Make America Great Again in Parable of the Sower.
Right. I can't even get into it. Anyways. Another thing I liked about this is it talks about authoritarianism on the left and the right.
Ooh.
Which is something I'm trying to be better of, because I criticize a lot of people that in my family on the right for living in an echo chamber, but like I do the same fucking thing, and I need to own that a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to, in a way where I will stay sane, become more knowledgeable about different perspectives. And yeah, so I appreciated that this wasn't just like fascism. It also talked about like how the way that communism has been done has a lot of similar vibes that are not good for the same reasons. Anyways, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's really short, so I'm going to finish it. It's like a 5-hour audiobook.
Okay.
But this woman, I believe she is in, this is the word I forgot in our 2024 wrap up, and I've forgotten it again. Writes things for newspapers. Journalist. Jesus fucking Christ.
Did you forget the word journalist?
I forgot the word journalist.
Because you were forgetting the word, like, premiere or pilot when we were trying to, like, script out, like, our initial episode.
Oh my god. Yeah, when we were talking about Divine Rivals. I was like, they're,
journalists.
Yeah. Oh, I'm such a ding-dong. I was shitting on you for saying septuagenarian wrong. That is so... That's a very Stevie move, is to make fun of someone for something and then immediately do something 10 times as stupid. Those are the vibes I bring to the function.
I'm usually so careful with using words, too, because I don't want the words to be wrong, because I don't...
Right?
I don't want someone to be like, you used that word incorrectly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did it.
It's fine. You didn't use the word incorrectly, you just
said it wrong.
It's fine. I knew what you meant, which is important. Anyways, this woman is a journalist, which is a word that I have in my vocabulary occasionally. And so a lot of the people she's talking about, she's like met personally, and it feels like she's just roasting her friends. Like, she's like, yeah, this person was hired by Hungary to like start like talking about their blah 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 regime and to like only say positive things, and he totally drank the Kool-Aid, and can you believe that man was at my wedding? I'm like, girl, you sound like the messy people on Facebook right now. You're treating this book like your group chat.
Aunt Diane, knock it off.
I don't know if I'm getting like that much out of it. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I'll probably give it like 2 stars, because not bad. It's just not compared to the other 2.
Yeah.
It just doesn't compare.
2 stars I give it was okay.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
3 stars is I liked it.
Correct.
4 stars is I really liked it.
Yeah.
And 5 stars is you have to fucking... Have you heard the good news?
Yeah.
Have you heard about this fucking book? I'm like a Mormon showing up at your house. Hello.
You're so funny.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Zayden Ryerson?
And I promise I'm getting fun after this. My last book is a very fun one. So, what's your next book?
I will talk about the one book I DNF'd this month.
Mm-hmm. How many books do you have left now?
That's it, because I paired up Hellbent and
okay.
I paired up 2 sets, so I took 4 books out in a matter of 2 spaces.
Okay.
The Baby Dragon Cafe.
I saw this in a bookstore.
I did too. I literally took a picture of it at the bookstore.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't even think Morgan will like this based on the back of the book, but I think she has to have it because it's a baby dragon
because
cafe.
It's baby dragons. I was so excited for this book, and I bought it. Like, I bought the ebook from the publisher, and the audiobook was on Spotify, so I was like, let's dig into this. This is one of the perfect books after I just read Onyx Storm and The Stepford Wives. Like, I need something light and fluffy. And I couldn't finish it. I DNF'd it at 35%. I had been listening to it while doing other things of like playing a little puzzle game on my phone because I like to zone out. make my hands busy so I can like let my brain
disassociate.
Disassociate. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But it was stuff like I was like unloading the dishwasher and like doing stuff on autopilot.
Yeah,
basically.
You're just like not giving it your full attention.
Yes, and whoever is the editor for this book, I am so sorry. You should consider a different career because it just so many things were missed. I'm a dummy reader, okay? Like I'm an idiot. Mm-hmm. I'm an absolute idiot.
I'm sitting here like nodding and going, mm-hmm. I'm not in the sense of I agree you're an idiot. That was a me too. Just so we're all on the same page.
Like I pick up on things, but I sometimes have to read them like 2 or 3 or 4 times. Like that's the ADHD of it all. Like I'm a dummy reader. I'm just here for a good time. Mm-hmm. Right? I have a hard time with like super high fantasy because I just can't do it. I like cozy books, but this one just kept talking about, so the main male character's brother had died and left him this dragon egg, and he never wanted to hatch it because he didn't want a dragon. He didn't want to bond with a dragon because his family's like known for illegal dragon racing, and he didn't want to illegally race this dragon and lose this last piece of his brother that was given to him. Do you know how many fucking times that shit got mentioned in the 8 chapters that I read? At least once a chapter. Like, wow. Literally verbatim. She talked about the dragon roast coffee that was served at the cafe, and literally verbatim. There was, like, no trust that the reader had retention. At the start of it, I was like...
It's like, I'm a dummy reader, but don't treat me like I'm a dummy reader.
Well, not that, but, we were talking before we started the pod where I was, like, mad at people about Onyx Storm. I'm like, if you have retention issues, that's your fucking problem. Like, Rebecca Yarros puts so much trust in her readers that, like, they have retention skills. Meanwhile, this author puts no trust in her readers that they have retention skills. And in the 8 chapters that I read, there were some things that were brought up so many times verbatim that I caught it while I was doing other things. And so I was like, this is not, the rest of this book it can't go anywhere for me. If you like a cozy read, if you can handle with like very simplistic writing, I think it could be super fun for you. But for me, it was too simplistic. And even the 35% that I got to felt like a slog. So I had to DNF it. It was a really cute concept.
It sounds like the like book equivalent of like the ambiance YouTube videos. That are just kind of on a loop, but you're there for the vibes.
Oh, fair enough.
That's kind of what I'm picturing.
I mean, the ambiance was cute. This girl owns a cafe that she opens to baby dragons. Mm-hmm. Like we're just replacing dogs with dragons here at this point. And she talks about how she should wear pants. It would be more practical as a cafe owner, but she loves like swishing around in a skirt, so she's just accepted that all of her skirts have scorch marks at the bottom of them, or like little singe, the hemlines have been singed, and like there are really cute details like that throughout the book that make it like very cozy and like wholesome. It's just the like there's no trust that the reader is going to retain the information that you were just given. And also some things just don't make sense on the page. Of like where I stopped it, I literally highlighted it and said, what the fuck? And I couldn't after that. He like drops a bomb of information on her about how her mom died. And she's just like, oh, well, my mom died when I was a kid, so I'm totally over it. And I'm like, what? You guys have known each other for 5 seconds. I couldn't. Yeah. So that was the book I attempted and did not finish. So what was your last book?
I signed us up for an arc. Did you end up reading this?
I have started it. Cherry Auction. By Stasia Black?
I pearl clutched a little bit. Like, this book is... we're going to have to do an episode about... This is the most... unhinged book I gave it 4 stars.
Yes.
I ended there. I wasn't sure how I feel about it at the beginning. I ended up really liking it, but it is the kinkiest book I think I've ever read.
Ooh.
Because there are some books where I read where I'm like, it's just weird sex. This is like straight up kink culture. Like, nice. BDSM, they refer to it as a scene, like...
Oh, that is kink culture.
Yeah, like she knows what she's talking about. Yeah, so it's The Cherry Auction by Stasia Black, which is out now.
Came out a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, it came out on the 13th. So it is about this girl, Brooke, who wakes up in the hospital with amnesia. They think she was mugged, and then the person like smashed her head into a wall, and she just doesn't remember anything. And they did like a trigger warning, a rape kit on her, and there was no evidence of that. And this is where it's like a little bit like, oh, for fuck's sake. They're like, well, they said your hymen was intact, so you must be a virgin. Which is not, I am a biology major. This, I do know what I'm talking about. That's bunk science, but I digress.
That's the patriarchy.
It is the patriarchy. and so she's like, I have no money. She ends up at this women's shelter, meets this one girl who's the male main character's sister. And male main character is like a bajillionaire.
Of course.
He created like anti-spyware, like computer protection stuff, and just
they're always in tech. Why are they always in tech?
Like, we are married to people in tech. Where are my billions of dollars?
Where is it?
Where is it? And so she volunteers at this women's shelter. The sister volunteers at this women's shelter, meets girl with amnesia, is like, come live with me. Me and my brother, this is where it's weird, go to the same sex club. They don't have sex together, but like sister has zero sexual boundaries with her brother. Like there's one moment where he like slaps over his eyes and goes, "Not while I'm in the room," and she like leaves with her partner and like answers the phone once while she's like audibly having sex. Like I'm like, that was one of the things where I was like, ew, like we didn't, that didn't need to be there. And so she's like, we go to the sex club. You could sell your assumed virginity for like so much money, because it's a bunch of his billionaire friends who go to the sex club.
Yeah.
And so she's like, fuck it. I've obviously been through worse. I can fuck like a rich old guy once and have financial freedom for the rest of my life.
Fuck yeah. Fuck it, we ball.
Right? Yeah. She's like, what's the worst? It could be one bad night. Whatever. And she gets on stage. The brother, male main character, rich guy, they're from Ireland, emigrated when they were quite young, and recognizes her because he had to leave Ireland because Amnesia Girl and her dad conned him into like using his tech skills to like hack things and take a bunch of money, and then they fucked off and left him with like his hand, like with his red hands, right? So he was the fall guy, and so he had to leave Ireland with his sister, and then he picked himself up by his bootstraps, and now he's a billionaire.
Yeah, as all Irish immigrants do.
Yeah, all of them. and so he sees her. Hates this woman,
like,
but also
bitch.
Loved her, right? And so he's like, I was in love with you. That never ended, but I do fucking hate you. And so he told his friend who owns the club, like, I'm not participating in this, like, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly he's like, I will give $500 million, or it's like $50 million or something. And takes her home, locks her in his sex dungeon. And like...
I think your prompt for this said, I'm not going to talk too much about this. And here we are.
I'm going to give you the setup. Locks her in a sex dungeon. BDSM things, happen.
Yeah. I read 50 Shades of Grey.
It's very Dubcon. But not to a point where I felt triggered or like that she was ever like in real danger. Like it
you could tell if she said stop, you would
yeah
stop.
Like if you're like, that's not what I gravitate towards, but I don't think it would like upset me, this is kind of in that realm. There are other times where it's like I've seen it done worse. I want to say one scene, he walks her on a leash to a hole in the ground that is her toilet and tells her to go potty, and she does. She goes potty on a leash in front of him. She does look at him and go, can you at least turn around? Because she's like kind of resisting it at this point. And he does begrudgingly turn around, but she just pees, squatting down on a leash. And I was like, that is where I was like, what the fuck am I reading?
Did I get myself into?
What the fuck am I reading? Yeah.
4 stars.
It actually, it was 4 stars. They're like romance happens. Like, you figure out what actually happened back in the day when like, she helped con him. Like, and it's like, woo, twists and turns. The sex is insane.
4 stars.
I really liked it. And because I was looking for arcs and signing us up, I was like, oh, this sounds insane. I'm signing us up for that.
Unhinged.
Yeah, but then I ended up really liking it.
That's what we're here for. We can make it like March or April's episode.
Yeah.
I know we've got Leather and Lark already recorded, but...
Yeah, because this month, February, is The Dragon's Bride.
Yes.
Next month will be Leather and Lark.
Yes.
And we do have the one chosen for
We
April.
do, but who says?
Who says?
Who says?
We're our own bosses.
Yeah, this is our podcast.
Yeah, or we could do a bonus episode.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
Do
There's no rules.
No rules! So I think that was it.
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah, I started Manacled. We'll see. I might talk about that in February's.
Yeah, let me
book
look
wrap up.
at what book are you most excited for next month? Mine's Onyx Storm, obviously.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Scythe and Sparrow comes out next month, which is the 3rd book in the Ruinous Love trilogy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Scythe and Sparrow comes out on the 18th of February, I think. Hang on, I have a couple written down in my handy dandy book journal.
Yeah, so Onyx Storm, Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. I also got a book on Libro FM that was on sale. That's The Secret History of the Rape Kit, which is a true crime story. I'm pretty excited for that. That was kind of an impulse buy for me.
I have to find there's like a whole page in this book journal of like books I'm excited about. Oh, fuck yes. Okay, Rebel Witch, which is the 2nd book in the Crimson Moth series, and that was one of my top books of 2024.
I haven't read that yet, but I know you're excited for it.
That one comes out on the 18th. I know for sure that one comes out on the 18th, and Scythe and Sparrow comes out. And then also Pink Pilled comes out, which is another book about women in the alt-right. Mm-hmm. How women get pink pilled, how men get red pilled.
Yeah, Morgan and I are going to a book event, not as like a podcast, obviously.
No
one knows who we are. We just got tickets.
We just bought tickets. So we saw that one of our
bookstores.
Yeah, bookstores was they're doing a whole tour through the UK because I think it's a UK author. So that book comes out on the 10th of February, I think. So we'll have a little bit of time to read it before we go to the event. But yeah, those are the 3 books I wrote down as my 2025 anticipated releases for February. I'm trying to go through and like write all these things down because I keep seeing, I'm like, oh, when does that book come out? And I'm like, fuck, it's not out yet. So yeah, so Rebel Witch I am super excited about because that is a enemies to lovers back to enemies again with like betrayal, and it's YA, and it is leading a rebellion. All things I love.
Yes, checks all the boxes.
It really does. And then Scythe and Sparrow, obviously, because I'm a Bryn Weaver fan at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm a Ruinous Love trilogy girly.
I'm very excited.
Is there anything else that you're excited about? So you said the Scythe and Sparrow and the History of the Rape Kit.
And Onyx Storm, because I have to.
I don't know how much longer I can hold it together. I don't know how much longer I can hold it together. I recorded that last 2.5 hours of me reading Onyx Storm, and I cannot wait.
You recorded the last 2.5 hours?
Yeah, with my gimbal. I just like plugged it in so it would stay charged. And my memory card's like 128 gigs, and it used between all 2 hours, I think it used like 20 gigs worth of, so it wasn't like that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recorded the last because I knew shit was about to pop off. I had 15% of the book left. I knew shit was about to pop off.
As it does.
As it does with a Rebecca Yarros book, and boy, did it fucking pop off. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait to take some clips of like, I love reading. Reading's my hobby. And then it's just like me deeply sobbing. Just like...
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Have you seen like the subtle foreshadowing books or the subtle foreshadowing TikToks where it like starts off as something bad happening in the middle of the video and then you like slowly keep flashing back to it until you get to that point?
Yeah. That's
basically where
Not to reference Emperor's New Groove a second time in like a month on this podcast. That just makes me think of, like, when Cusco would, like, pull the screen down and be like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. And, like, you're looking at the sad llama. This is who we care about right now. Not this other guy. That's what I picture. I didn't realize how much Emperor's New Groove changed my brain chemistry. It did. It was really impactful, okay?
You talked about, there was a thing, you were talking about Larry from Chuck and Larry, or like, Larry. That's like the reference nobody ever gets for you. Yeah. My family does that scene in The Emperor's New Groove where they're going in and out of the diner with, like, the different orders, and it's like, cheese me no likey, because, like, there are people in my family who don't want cheese on things, and so my family started to say, cheese me no likey, and, like, I say that all the time.
That's so funny.
And my husband and my child look at me like I have 3 fucking heads, and I'm like, you guys are uncultured swine. Mm-hmm. That's what you are. Mm-hmm. I can't get the 6-year-old to watch Emperor's New Groove. I'm like, please, it is so funny.
It's so funny.
Like, he turns into a llama, and then the bad woman turns into a cat. He's supposed to be dead!
It's so good. I'm a cow. Can I go home?
Wrong lover!
I don't even want that. How should you leave?
Disney started to do, have you seen Disney has those, like, shoulder buddies?
I haven't.
That's okay. I'm best friends with Disney kids, with Disney adults. But they have these, I have a couple of them at home I can show you. They're little characters from different parts of Disney.
with the magnet.
With the magnet, and they're called shoulder buddies.
I have seen,
There's the Angel and Devil Kronks.
Is there really?
Shoulder buddies. They're newer. They're only like a couple months old, but...
That's so cute.
I got a Mushu one when we went to Disneyland Paris in October.
That's so funny. Yeah, I've seen the chameleon from
Tangled.
Yeah.
Pascal.
Yeah, that one I know.
We have a Groot, which is the tree, and then we got, my 6-year-old got a Angel, the Stitch, the female Stitch, Stitch's girlfriend. She was obsessed with her, and I got Mushu, which I already said. But at Disneyland in Anaheim, I've only ever seen them at Disneyland in Anaheim. Mm-hmm. They have the Porgs from Star Wars, which are the puffin penguins that they had to CGI because they weren't allowed to move them, and it was cheaper to CGI a million fucking birds than it was to, like, move their recording set.
That's so funny.
And after going on a puffin penguin tour and seeing puffin penguins, I absolutely fucking get it. Because they're little menaces. They're just tiny little menaces. They're so cute.
So cute.
They're, like, smaller than a chicken. They're little. They're so cute. Okay, anyway.
I think that wraps it up.
That does wrap it up. There's so much nonsense we have to cut.
These episodes are fun. Oh, I'm not cutting any of it. These are for funsies.
These are for funsies. These are...
Let's yap.
Yeah. Just like you would at a book club, right?
Exactly.
That's the vibe of these ones.
Like, even less structured. This is where our personalities really get to shine. In this instance, today we learned how fucking dumb we are.
And how angry at the government we are.
Dumb, angry sluts. That is the theme of the books we reference.
There's no swimming pool, you stupid slut.
I'm gonna get you. I need to make us matching shirts that just say dumb, angry, and horny. That's our merch. Our first merch one day. I'm actually gonna make note of that.
We need a fourth thing though for like our 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Hungry. No, you know those, like, personality triangles? That's like, you lean, like, towards 2. Dumb, angry, and horny. The personality triangle of the Unhinged Smut.
Next month when we do February's wrap-up episode, we can ask, like, where did your reading fall in the triangle this month?
Actually, no. Comment below. Where did your reading fall? Which 2 were your dominant personality traits? Dumb, angry, or horny? I think mine
are dumb and horny.
Mine are dumb and angry. So, or no, horny and angry.
Horny and angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't really read any fluff or filler.
Yeah. Yeah, and my fluff was more horny than it was fluff, so... I think we have to do that every episode now. Oh, yeah.
That's it?
So you were... What were your two?
Oh, mine were dumb and horny.
Okay, mine were angry and horny. Cool, yeah. We're
Horny.
making that a thing now. For our reading wrap-ups, 100%. Except really true. I think that sums up everything I read.
Dumb, angry, or horny?
Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah, that's sticking. All right, so come back in 2 weeks to talk more about The Dragon's Bride.
Yeah, to talk about horny.
Talk to specifically horny.
Specifically horny.
Yeah.
That's it for this episode, which was January's wrap-up of our read books of the Unhinged Smut Book Club podcast. Thanks for reading with us. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Stevie. And please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot to grow our audience and our little dumb, angry, horny community.
And share with your friends who are also dumb, horny, and angry.
Yes, because you know the ones.
You know the ones.
Yeah, don't act like a specific name didn't pop up in your mind when we said you're dumb, angry, horny. You know it.
You know.
It's okay. I won't tell on you.
Stevie and I are each other's dumb, angry, horny friends.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's why we started this podcast.
But yeah, so rate, review, and subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with chaos, kink, and questionable literary choices.
Until next time,
Keep it spicy.